Today we're going to be talking about how to actually improve in Fortnite and do it very quickly. It's Dubba. Let's go ahead and get into it. Now, there are so many different aspects of Fortnite to actually improve on, and that is why Fortnite is such a good game in the first place, is there are so many aspects. There's early game, middle game, late game. They're all played differently. There's different types of shotguns, different type of building styles, different type of editing styles. There's endless amounts of variability, which again makes the game so awesome. But everyone plays different, and that's okay. So you have got to learn how to maximize your strengths and minimize your weaknesses. We're going to break this down as much as possible, trying to leave out the RNG. For the raw materials of Fortnite, so to speak, are the mechanics. That's building, editing, aiming. Those three things that are the fundamentals of actually being able to mechanically do anything in this game. However, you can have the most cracked mechanics ever and still not be a top tier player or a very good player at all if you do not know how to use them, and if you are playing in a style that does not suit what you are very good at. Now, within these building, editing, and aiming, there are tons of ways to improve that if that's what you really need to improve on. There are so many aiming courses. There are so many building courses. You can go free build. There are so many editing courses. It is crazy how accessible it is in this time in Fortnite. I remember a time when you would have to go into an actual game and just try to get as many mats as possible, which took forever before arena mode, and then build your heart out trying to work on something. Then Playground came out, and then Creative came out, which is so freaking cool. And I love those game modes because it allows you to improve, and there's always a different way to improve mechanically, without a doubt. Fortnite has never been in a better state for improvement, but there's also many things that you cannot work on creative, which is awareness for the game of what's going on, of your utilities, of other players, of your surroundings, knowing when to use these skills. And that's my biggest thing. You have to know when to use all of the skills that all your mechanics that you have at your disposal as well. For example, a very simple one is knowing when to use hard mats and knowing when to use wood. Very basic, but lots of people still misuse them plenty of times. Now, the best way to know exactly what you need to work on and do that efficiently and quickly, that way you don't have to spend 10 hours every day on this game just to improve, is to go back and watch your replays of in-game. Or if you're a creative warrior, go back and watch your creative games, because you are going to see what you consistently do wrong or what you could consistently do better that maybe you're already doing pretty good at, but you could really perfect. When you're doing this, you have to be extremely critical of yourself and also try to be realistic at the same time, because there's so many things that you cannot control in Fortnite. Like, you cannot control getting headshot sniped from 200 meters away when you're in the middle of a gunfight with someone else. That's very tough to avoid and to think about for the next game. So you got to be realistic in that as well. Same thing with very early game RNG. You cannot get upset if you are flying in and you get a fishing pole instead of a pump shotgun like the guy on the next floor above. So keep those things in mind whenever you are looking at these clips. What is controllable and what is not controllable? Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at some of these examples. And this is just basic awareness. Like, you have to understand, this guy had the easiest kill in the world. This guy reminds me of John Travolta in Pulp Fiction when he's just confused. Look at this. He dropped down. I was actually AFK. I was texting somebody. I could still see my screen, but I was just texting somebody real quick because I was in this room. Figured, hey, no one's going to come in here, so I couldn't hear any sound or anything. And then I saw him drop as I was putting my hands back on the keyboard, and I didn't have a shotgun. I heard his shotgun though, so I didn't want to challenge up close if I didn't have to. So I just kind of work my angles here and try to stay out of his direct vision. And then I noticed he's just staying there, so I kind of take that opportunity to get him on that one. But guys, this is completely basic. You have to just look and take in the information that's around you. So this is another prime example of just being aware of what's going on around you. And this is early game, so not a ton of building or anything like that. Most of this is just RNG. However, I go for this chest right here, and lo and behold, I get a sniper. I hear a guy that just got a shotgun. I'm like, holy crap, this is not good. So I'm trying to get out of here. He actually clips me, but I'm able to get away and get under these stairs, and I'm hoping he'll just kind of search through this house and won't be really sure where I am. And that's exactly what happens, is he just kind of lolls around in here, looks around a little bit, but weirdly does not check the bottom of the stairs. So I'm just taking the opportunity to heal up as much as possible. I feel like he's coming, but he's not. So I hear him run away, and then I go ahead and take my opportunity, and I see someone cross right here on the right side of my screen. Boom. So I just like, oh my gosh, that's him 100%, because no more footsteps above me. It's got to be him. So I take the opportunity, get the snipe, and that's that. So on this clip, we're going to look at how I could have definitely been more aware of what was going on. So as you can see, I have one bullet or one shell in my shotgun, and I'm about to shoot it right here as we're falling. And I continue to pickaxes build, and then I realize, holy crap, I don't have any ammo. But it could have been too late at that point. And there was two other people, as I can see here, and I heard them fighting. But there's two other people here as well. So I know I definitely don't have enough ammo to even try to contest this guy and try to get him eliminated. So I run down inside the house, decide to play my surroundings better. I also have 0 mats, which I did notice. So I heal up, get through this wall, try to get some ammo. And I see this bit of loot right here. And then I don't notice that I pick up some mats along the way. So there's a guy, I just heard him fall, if you noticed, and I know he's probably coming over here to seek some safety. If he's trying to back out of that fight, he's gonna get, he wants some safety. So he's coming this way. I realize that, turn, but here's the deal. I know he's on top of this ramp, and I know he's probably going to want to get inside this house or get inside this little box here. So I'm getting ready. I'm behind this tree because I can hear he's over here. So I'm going to try to get more of a right-hand advantage. However, again, I did not realize I had any builds. So I could have played this much differently. As you'll see, I just win the gun battle barely. I had 20 health. That's only 2 bullets or 1 headshot from that P90, which could have absolutely roasted me. But if you'll take a look here, I could have easily jumped after I hit this pump shotgun shot and put a ramp down and then boxed him with this left wall right here, and it could have been a completely different story. I might not have taken near as much damage, wouldn't have had to heal. So that's definitely an area where I could work on for next time. It's just being more aware of what I have at my disposal to use. This is another great example of looking at your clips and analyzing them to see what your habits are. There's a guy healing in here. I know that. I don't want him to bust out of that cone, so I go over him. And here we go. Fight starts to happen. I feel like he might come out that side, so I put a cone. But right here, I take this wall and get my pump shot off. Boom. But I don't close the wall. And I only have 120 health. So he could one pump me depending on which color or which rarity of pump shotgun he has. And he hits me for a buttload of damage. And I'm lucky I had 29 damage left. I realized he was super weak, so I didn't really need to hit him clean. So I just played this right hand peek and got the clip, and he actually shot a little too early as well. But that could have all been avoided if I would have just re-sealed this wall off and edited it back so it would be whole again right after my pump shotgun shot. Wouldn't have even had to deal with that type of health loss. So that's a huge one for me that I know I need to work on. So in conclusion, there are so many ways to improve, but to improve quickly and efficiently, that way you're not having to put so much time into the game to get better and actually see the improvements week to week, you must go back and see where you are weak at so you can improve on those areas. and really play to your advantages. Play to what you're good at. If you have insane aim, you're just a freaking laser beam with an assault rifle, then obviously you're going to want to take more fights that are a little bit farther away from you. If you are a boxed warrior and you have insane aim inside of boxes when you're 2 feet from someone, obviously your strategy then is to get in. When you're watching your clips, break down how you could do that better. That way you can play to your strengths and improve what you're not super good at, but also perfect what you're already solid at and what comes naturally to you. Guys, I hope you learned something in this video. If you did, please leave a like on the channel. It is free and it helps me out so much. And subscribe for more Fortnite content. I'll see you on the next one.